completely improved machine. You see the connection to the coil is better now. We have new shaft, new handle, different angle, so it fits really well in the hand, really well balanced. Easy system to remove this one.
Yeah, new armrest as well.
Yeah. So even different materials, so they are really flexible. I will boot the machine up completely, so we have a factory reset. So this is the home screen. We will go through the normal settings. So we start on the bottom with the volume. We're gonna raise it up so that we can hear things that we are doing. So first we are in the search mode. You have all terrain general, all terrain fast. So if you have a heavy polluted site, you will use the fast modus so you can shoot between the targets. All terrain low conductors, all terrain high conductors, so it all speaks for himself.
Yeah.
Trash reject is like you have on the Knox the park programs. Beach general,
Beach settings.
beach low conductors, beach beach deep, beach surf seawater, so near to the water or in the water you will use this program. Goldfield general, so that's you know, the one tone sound.
Nugget hunting, yeah.
So we go further to the all terrain channel. I will
so
leave it.
Comparing to the Equinox, the modes are more advanced. Like there's more settings
because
in the modes themselves.
Yeah. And if you use the all terrain low conductors or high conductors, you will feel a big difference in reactivity. The settings are completely changed. So it suits every area where you will be. You will have a program that will suit you.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, all terrain general is for everything. You can start over there, then you will notice how the ground reacts, and maybe you will change program to have the most advantage of it.
Yeah.
But this program suits it all on a decent way. Noise cancel. So you raise the machine from the ground.
Yeah.
You push once, and it will see for the free channel.
Just like their models.
Yeah. Now it's calm here. If you are with a lot of detectors around you,
like a rally.
Yeah. You keep pushing the button. So, and you look at the screen, you will see if it's not too jumpy from -7 to +7. You see it's not too jumpy. You can release it, and I'm sure that you have a free signal.
Well, that's an improvement from the previous ones. Yeah.
Ground balance, we don't use it in the European ground. It's more for Australia, gold nugget, stuff like that. But you can use it. In some cases, it will help you. Some cases you will have benefits from it. Some cases you won't. That's a feeling and experience.
Exactly. On the beach, you might want to have a different one.
Yeah. Recovery speed from I think 0 to 8. Yeah. It's fast. It's really fast. It's faster than fast. If you have a coin on the ground,
we like that.
you hear 4 beeps. You know, it's that fast. It's prp, prp, prp.
And now the delay is like chill.
It's
just ding ding ding.
Also, that's a big improvement on the machine. Now we have speed and we have power. So before we have to lower down the reactivity to go deep in the ground with the Knox. We bring the reactivity down. Low and slow you are detecting, so you give the machine the time to look into the ground. This machine is next level. Wow. It don't need much time to look into the ground, so you can use your speed, you can use the power, you will look in the ground very deep. Next, discrimination pattern. So we will go into that menu. You have the red line. This is your discrimination zone. You can make it wider, 1 dot, so 1 VDI number. You can use 1 VDI number, you can use 2, 5 or 10 at the same time. So for example, you have a target that you don't like, you don't want to dig it anymore. For example 10, you move to there. So now you are on ID range 10 and you will kill only 10. If you move and you make it wider, you will kill 10 and 11. If you make it wider again, you will make 10 to 14. Yeah. Here is the cross. If you push on that button, you don't want it anymore. It's accept reject function. So if you push, don't want it anymore, and when I move this bar now, you will see it's covered up, so you will not hear it anymore. When you go back to that one, you see the cross is changing. So this moment, you will allow that zone again. So if you push on it again, you know, now you allow it. And when you go back, you have a white screen, you know.
Yeah.
That's how the discrimination.
I see all the visuals here have been reworked. Like it's a whole different. It's like a computer screen now.
And you don't have any boundaries anymore. You have no limits. It's if you open it up,
sounds good.
Yeah, you hear everything in the ground, but everything, you know. We go back in the menu. Then the Ferrous limits. That's the new thing on this machine. Before on the Knox we have the FE function or the F2 function. Depends on which one you highlight it, and you go back to the detect screen, it will use that function. Now we have the combination of both. So we can use the FE function and the F2 function at the same time. So you have your presets, the topper is FE, the lower band is F2. You can adjust how much of that filter you will use. You can adjust that we will check it out, from 0 to, I think it was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14. So, but then you kill all the iron and you have a really narrow zone. If you're going to use it like this, with the adjusted sensitivity, you will only get the good targets. And it will be real quiet. How wider you make it, the more iron you allowed, small targets will all come in the machine, you will hear them. But if you close it up, you will still have the good coins, but then you are you know, don't have to work much, just the right targets.
Just the right noise.
Yeah. Even in this menu, you will have 4 custom settings, so you can do your presets. You said this is what I like, and you move it a little bit more. The moment you came on a site, you start in preset 1. You say, hey, you know, there's a lot of iron over here. Have some chattering on iron. You go to custom 2 or custom 3, you know. You will cover up the iron more. So you can choose how sharp you're gonna detect on each side. And you can manually adjust zones. For example, if you are on a field that you say they have a lot of horseshoes, they lost, and you have a horseshoe and you say, hey, I don't want this anymore, you can cover just a horseshoe, a little bit more extra, you can cover it up. So you don't have boundaries on this thing also. You can go as advanced as you want, you can go as easy as you want. So you can go from a novice user to a really experienced user.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we go back. Ferrous volume speaks for himself. The sound of the Ferrous. You also have a menu that you can adjust some things. The pitch of the sound, the volume of the sound. Sounds are incredible on this machine. The things you can do with it has no limits.
Wide audio range.
Yeah. So about the tones. So this program, they assign some kind of sounds to each program, so each time it's different, but you can choose them also by yourself. There will be a lot of custom presets also, so you don't have to change stuff anymore. If you say this is what suits me best, you can put it in a custom program. For example, you can run on a stopple, you know, where the grain was cut off. That's a hard field to detect because you have a lot of space between the ground and the stopple.
I've been on those.
Now you can save your own program for that. We have way more power in the machine, so we can swing 20 centimeters above the ground, no issue at all. It will detect in the ground. You will lose some depth, okay, but it's way better than we used to be.
Well, that's huge.
So you can swing above the grain, it will beep and you will hit some deep targets even. So about tones, you have the one region. So on this machine, important to say, we have a positive VDI from 0 to 99. We have also a negative VDI from 0 to 99, minus 99. the only indicator on the display, you will see the VDI number. If there is a red line on the bottom, it's a negative VDI. If there's not a red line, it's a positive VDI. When you are on the beach detecting, it will be a blue line, like waves. It's not a line, it's like a small wave. Then the machine says, hey, you are detecting on the beach. Because we had also a big improvement on the beach. So, the pitch, you have the one region tones, so it has a starting point with some pitch to the end point. Each VDI number has his own sound, so we don't speak about 50 tones anymore. We have a complete line from 0 to 100 different tones. You can adjust, I will show it in the one region tone. This is the simplest one. I will show an example over here so you know how to change it.
Yeah.
So if we go over there, we can change the pitch. I will show, just let it run through so you can hear the difference. So this will be the lowest sound. This will be the high. You can. Okay, so you can choose whatever you want.
It's a big audio range there, which is really good. It's all
you can also
adjustable.
lower that one. If you go back and you go to the middle, you can adjust the volume of the tone.
Of each tone, yeah.
The right tone, you can adjust it. Also, you each time have a red dot so you know where you will work with on that moment.
Yeah.
So that's only one region. You can do it with 2 regions. You can do it with 5. Then we go back to 1 tone, flat line. 2 tones, 5 tones. And then we are 1 region, all tones. So you have the one line, you know, like this. Each time in a tone you can adjust the pitch start, T start, the T1 start, the different tones. We will go to the next one, audio theme. So you have a normal audio theme, you have an unchanged audio theme, and you have the continuous pitch. You know, like the Goldfield. Some people like it, some don't. I use it for vacuum cleaning of a field when you want the last part out of it.
Yeah.
This is the way to go.
So if you don't want to adjust manually every tone and so, you just go into this setting and pick a preset one.
Yeah, but each time you can adjust it manual like you want it.
Okay.
So we are going to use the normal theme, for example, but you can do it in each other one. You have the threshold level, so the threshold from the ground.
Yeah.
You can give it his own threshold pitch. You say, I want a low rumble, I want a high rumble, whatever you want. The volume, we have a simple volume, medium volume, rich volume. Simple is like the Knox, medium, a little bit improve it. Rich volume will give you information, target size, target depth, that kind of stuff. You will hear it different in sound.
Okay.
And then we have an overdrive function. So if you have a field that you've been detecting before, you know, the low targets who are deep in the ground, they will be real quiet. If you use the overdrive function, it will boost the sound.
So it only goes deep then.
Yeah, then you will think, oh, that's not deep, but it's deep. But it just say to you, hey, I'm here.
The quiet targets will be higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they are quiet, they will get some extra push and you will hear them better.
Low, tiny coins will be
much
more
the VDI.
aggressive tone.
Well, that's a big benefit.
Yeah.
In the field. Sometimes you can barely hear that.
Yeah, if you
whistle
have some
sound
chattering, you know, on iron and there is a small target, we have one over there. So if you listen to the iron and the target, you have the rumble and a small beep. But if you are, now we know where the targets are. If you are detecting on that moment, you will say, hey, will be something, you know.
In Scandinavia, like the small cut dirhams.
Yeah.
If they are deep, they will be.
It's good for heavily hunted fields.
Yes.
Just go all over it.
The one that will
one.
deep, they will really, and it's a really big difference. If you use it on the field, you will hear a big difference in your headset. You know, this speaker is also really good, but we all know headset. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
It's another level.
Okay, so we are over here. We have the overdrive. So we go back to the simple. I think this program was on medium. Yeah, but I'm gonna leave it in the overdrive. I like it a lot, the overdrive. I will use it in each program. The multi-IQ, so it's the multi-IQ plus we are talking about, so the new frequency.
So is the multi-IQ improved from the Equinox series?
It's improved for sure.
It's it's much more improved. So.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I'm not a technical guy. I'm just a field tester. I don't know what they improved, but you noticed a big difference.
There is a difference. Yeah.
I don't know how they done it, but it's fast.
It's magic to us, but it works.
Yes. It's something. It's like drinking a new beer. You taste the beer, you say, "Hey, this is good." You don't know. You don't ask how do you do it. You just say you did it.
It's always better in the brewery, like straight from the tap. So for some reason.
Yeah. So we can also choose about the single frequencies as we had before. Only the Gold Field program will have the 2 frequencies because it don't use the low frequencies. I think it's 20 and 40. But all the settings use the multi-IQ plus. Okay. Oh, I went too far. General settings. So you can use the vibration, which is in the handle. Yeah. I heard already people say we are diving in the water and we don't hear a lot of sound through the headset. Okay, you do? Yeah. So that benefit gives a big benefit.
The Blue Nemo, and the compressor on the Blue Nemo is super loud and it travels through the water.
Yeah.
And water between your ear and the headphone, and with the breathing vibration from the compressor, you don't hear the tone.
Yeah.
You hear it, but it's really difficult. So with the vibration, it will be a game
much
changer.
Better. Yeah.
I was wondering when you would use a vibration, and the only reason I really came up with in my head was when being underwater.
Yeah.
Is there any benefit on a regular field?
Well, I think if people, we are not promoting that, but there are people that are doing night hawking, or
of course,
people with less hearing. Maybe
I don't think it's a benefit.
Deaf people.
But also if you are all together and they say, hey, we don't want to use the volume, you are disturbing me. People that are going searching in the evening where it's allowed, they can. Do not disturb other people, they use a vibration. Most of the time it's not allowed to go detect by night, not in my country, I don't think here also, but I don't know how it is in your place, if you can go by night detecting.
By night.
No restrictions
Vikings can do everything,
we can.
Okay, so on, off, easy like that. If you want to use it, put it on. You don't use it, put it off. Everything uses electricity. So keep that in mind.
It wastes the battery.
We use already a lot of power to make the performance good in the ground.
Yes.
It's still improving. It's a prototype. They are still working on it. They are still improving the machine. New updates before release so that we can release the best as possible. And we are used to receiving a machine from Minelab. And we are good to go for a long time. If you look at the CTX, we only had one update in 10, 11, 12 years.
Yeah.
So I think this will be the same way to go. About the lighting, we have a display. You can adjust it as you want, brightness. We also have an auto function, and you have a sensor over here. If you are on a field, you will run on a field and so it's getting dark, the screen will be getting brighter. If the sun comes, the screen will get darker.
It's like in your phone, when you're outside, it will
it's an auto function.
Decrease,
so the key part, that's those buttons who will be highlighted. You will not see it now, but if it's dark, it's a nice feature.
Yes.
You say, hey,
I bet it is,
if you have mud on your fingers and there's mud on it, you will not see it, okay?
Yes,
That's normal. The flashlight, we have a back flashlight. Again, for if you go, I will put it on so you can see it.
And so you get the flashlight there. Yeah. That's a brand new feature.
So we have 3. We have the low, middle and high beam. And it's perfect on the disc.
I guess that could be good in underwater as well.
As well.
Sometimes you don't see the coil.
Grumpy water.
Yeah. So this is also a special one. We have over here, we have the soft key. So you can assign the soft key to one thing that you want for the moment. It, again, still in development. So maybe there will be some other features extra on it, or that's something that we don't know. the engineers know what they were doing, and most of the time we like what they were doing. So for the moment there is accept reject, and that's a quick function. You go straight into the discrimination zone and you accept or reject that target. Auto ground balance, auto noise cancel, that's it. And we have the reset function, so there you can also reset the machine. So I think we are through the machine for the moment. If you are diving people, I'm going to shut it off to show it. But if you want to dive, I think this is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You have the screen, because I heard a lot of people there diving and the screen is behind them, or they lose it.
Yeah,
You cannot be more than this. You can go diving and slide.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
awesome.
you can put it in your backpack. You go with the bicycle, stuff like that. It's real short. It's, I think, 63 centimeters total length.
Yes.
And if you go diving, it's
Beautiful.
perfect system. Like
I'm
this.
looking forward to this.
Even
Me
I
too.
I didn't know I have this machine for a long time. I seen Mark talk about it, and it's also a small thing that they thought about it, but it's a real nice future, I think. Just gonna look it up. This, if you go diving, or you've been detecting on the beach, we all know it will be full of sand. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you clean it, we have a hollow shaft now for the moment. They leave the hole over here.
Oh, the sand will
Yeah.
drain. Yeah.
You can release this button and you can flush the machine. All the sand will be gone.
Smooth.
Easy. Small thing, but it makes a big difference. You know?
Yeah, your Australian engineers,
They're not bad, eh?
they're not bad for Aussies. No.
And even this one, you know, I didn't know if you said already. This is a real easy one. Real fun. You see people, you know, it's a little bit too high. Hoppa, you change it a little bit.
Yeah, there
and
you go.
It fits perfect.
Beautiful.
So,
There was one thing I was wondering about.
Yeah.
I saw in the video that there was a visual screen for the targets.
Yeah.
Like you can see visually
Yes.
if there's several
so,
targets. or
so
what.
you have a visual now.
That one I'm quite interested in because that's not on the Equinox series.
We have a target. We have a few targets because on this side I think there was a building because there was a lot of pollution in the ground.
Yes.
So you have this is the home screen. You have a middle line over here. The targets will go in the middle line. If you have iron involved, pure iron, it will come in on the top. So this is the Ferris limits that you selected. The boundary you can make as narrow or as wide as you want. The iron, you will see it come in this line. The targets are in this line, and the F2 function, so the combined metal will come in this zone on the bottom. If you have a target, it will show up here. If you have iron on the same time, you will see two targets in the screen. The iron will be here and the target will be here.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah. So if you have, before we had a small falsing on iron, we have to do 90-degree turn to check it out. Sometimes it was still,
Yeah,
should I dig it?
Been there.
Yeah. So now you look at the screen and the machine will help you and it will say, it's iron mate, go on.
To sum it up, you will get two peaks here, and you know exactly this is a different kind of metal
Yes,
to that one.
you will see where it will show up in the screen and you can trust on it.
And if it's a big iron, it's more of a curve.
It
like
will
it's-
be,
it's a
big iron will be complete in the iron zone. If it's too big, maybe it will flash out a little bit. You adjust the zone a little bit more and you cover that up, good to go, and you don't have that problem anymore that day on that side.
No, this is a.
No, we have already iron on the ground.
No, I think this feature is a great improvement because the previous series it was sound only.
Yeah.
You have to listen
Yeah.
to it. Now you can combine audio.
Yeah, you have somebody to help
with
you.
the visual graph.
Before we have to guess, you have to have the experience. You know, you can lower down the sensitivity a little bit. It will also benefit in a few situations. But now you use the screen also to help you out and say, hey, this is a good target if you have doubt.
Yeah.
Okay?
And so, Luc, this machine it's still under development.
Oh yeah,
Right?
it's still a prototype.
Is there a schedule or a planned release date?
I
or?
think they are looking somewhere about November.
Start November.
Yeah.
November this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
this- yeah.
They are still little bit of fine tuning and tweaking, but
Software on it.
yeah.
And this is obviously a high-end machine.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah.
would the price be about?
The price.
Equinox is about $1,000.
Yeah, you are talking in
Or
dollars.
euros, sorry.
Because I seen in the USA it will be 50.99.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that.
It's about the same in Europe because the exchange is the same at the moment. So before taxes,
Yeah.
well, 15.99.
Yeah,
Well,
we
one
have.
third more than the Equinox.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of taxes in Europe, so that's the bad part about it. But yeah, Minelab has nothing to do with taxes. You know, they make the product, they sell it.
Exactly.
The taxes go
someone
to the
else
government, so we have
grab
to
some cash in between.
Yeah.
But roughly 1,500-600 euros in that range.
Okay, so I think it's good to go. I should say you can try it by yourself.
Yeah,
enjoy it.
Let's try it out on some of the
I
targets.
will- So you have, maybe you can film the screen already.
Yeah.
So you see over here, you have the target, and you see also that there is small parts of iron involved. When you move the coil,
And now it's fading. Yeah.
yeah, you see over here you have already. It's a real polluted zone, but you have a visual
But
on the
you
target.
have a good high target there.
So if it came up in the middle of that line, no doubt about it. Why I'm gonna.
Some disturbance. And there's so many machines around here, so we're getting disturbance. See?
Maybe
And,
like the next target.
And back to the home screen.
Oh, sorry.
Go there.
Over there, yeah.
Yes.
So you also have the horseshoe that you were used on the
yeah,
Nox.
that one.
Yeah.
So-
So if you open it up and you move, no,
With the
and
arrow?
move the coil. No.
With the yeah.
You hear the iron.
Yeah, the iron.
You hear the rumble of the iron, but you have the next target already.
Yeah.
It shows up. We're gonna
High.
kill the iron again. You know when you undo the iron, you see it's light gray. When you use it, it will be
So
darker
the
gray.
sound disappears, but it's still here on the screen.
Also, look at your. Maybe keep waving when you're moving along,
Yeah.
and keep your eyes on the VDI. And if you will hit an iron target, you will see a red line coming up.
So here we are low.
Yeah. You see, if you allow.
Oh yeah, this big red line here. So that's
If you allow to hear the iron, it will also give you a visual of the iron. So if it's red, you have the negative VDI number, so you're on iron.
okay. I see.
Okay, but we
Then
will.
we undo that.
Yeah.
But there was the pillars.
So here's a pretty clean.
It's
high.
better that you work that way. We designed the
Okay.
test lane also that way. You will see you have a better response on your targets.
So here we go. So this would indicate two targets.
Yeah,
One
you
there
have
and
iron
some-
and a
something
target.
up there.
I will make it a little bit longer,
Yeah.
so
Thank you.
you can rub the ground a little bit more. Even don't be afraid to swing that thing.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
well,
you feel it. It's
you know what? I've broken many machines in,
Oh, no.
in my
Don't be
days.
afraid.
Not this one.
you will feel it's fast. You see, bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang.
So I'm used to just looking at the numbers on my Equinox, but now I got the visuals that are really impressive there.
Yeah, they tell a lot, eh?
They do. We switched detectorists here, so Joel is gonna have a go with the Silver Victorian. What? So Silver Victorian, a big clutter down to the left. Here we got, I think we got some iron, indicates up there on the gray bar if I understood, and then we're hitting the Victorian coin there.
Let's go for the advanced stuff.
Yeah, expert line. Small bronze coin here.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, you have.
Is Joel finding it with the Manticore
Like
I think he is
perfect signal. You can't get a better signal.
up there to the right. Now that's a slammer of a signal.
Yeah.
I would be extremely happy if I had that signal. Test target coin, it says.
That's a
20 centimeter, right?
silver coin. So this should
Silver
give
coin at
an amazing
20
signal
centimeter.
as well.
It's quite deep. And from which depth can you find it if you lift up the machine a bit? There it starts beeping 20 centimeters above the ground. So 35 centimeters?
Yeah.
Impressive, impressive.
And I really love the new shaft. It's
grip?
much grip. The grip is much better than Equinox.
Yeah, what I really loved when he did the introduction was that the shaft, you can put it all the way down here and have the coil there. So
Yeah.
it fits in your backpack, you can go diving with it, and all of the clamps are improved. That's the future. This one, oh whoa, that's a tough sound.
The phone.
Oh, it found my phone.
It found.
And this one is improved, much sturdier. That one breaks sometimes on the Equinox series, and this one I've broken my Equinox here a couple times at the armrest, and that's totally improved.
And that is
Flexible.
actually much better now. Like this, much thicker. This plastic here and shouldn't break as easy.
And what are your impressions now? We've been using the Nox since it came out, the Equinox 800.
For 4 or 5 years, something. 4 years.
And now you're holding the brand new high-end Simultaneous Manticore, roughly 1,500 euros, coming out in November this year.
Yeah, this looks amazing. Like I was always when I was in the water and there was sand, the sand always got stuck in the shaft here, and that was frustrating. Sometimes you had to unscrew those bolts, and yeah, I love this.
Definitely improved hardware, all the stuff. What about the software and the computer? What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I love it because you can adjust it as you want it. You know, you can go as a beginner out with this detector, and then as more advanced you can adjust the settings as you want it. I'm in love.
You're in love?
Yeah.
Look at this. I have two for both of you.
Manticore
Keep
patch.
this in mind, you will see them a lot. You can be happy on it.
Yeah.
You already have
thank you.
the badge of the beast.
Yeah.
So when it's released.
Thank you, Luc.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
Bye.
Enjoy the Detectival.